Choo choo, choo choo.
Hello and welcome back to Phrasal Verbs Town, and today we're going to be continuing from the previous episode, which was about meetings. This time we're going to take it a step further and we're going to look at some other business related language. This time not exactly specifically to do with meetings themselves, but it's to do with what you discuss within a meeting. One of the things that you will be discussing in meetings, doesn't matter what industry you're in, if you're talking about things like sales, marketing, if you're talking about HR performance, maybe with it in terms of accounting, in terms of technology, you can use it in everything. It's about trends, things going up and things going down and things staying the same, things like this. And of course there are some phrasal verbs that we use in this particular area as well. And I would encourage you also to focus on looking at other language that you could use here, not just phrasal verbs, building up a wide range of vocabulary that you can use when you're talking about graphs, tables, trends, tendencies, and so on. We're going to look at some of the phrasal verbs with that today. If you do have any questions about additional language that you can use for this, please let me know, whether it's verbs, adverbs, adjectives, doesn't matter. We're here to help. So let's get on with the program. So the first phrasal verb for today is to bring out. That's to bring out, and according to Macmillan Dictionary, it can be defined as to produce a new product and start to sell it. An obvious example of this would be to say that in 2007, Apple brought out the iPhone, and I'm sure you can think of many other examples like that. Again, maybe make a note of them below. The next verb is to take off, defined by Macmillan Dictionary as to become successful or popular very fast. Now, many of you will be familiar with this verb when relating to aeroplanes, but the same idea exists in business. So when a business becomes successful very quickly, especially at the beginning, we can say it has taken off or it took off. Now, it can also be used apart from business. It could be used to talk about a market or a product or anything else in the business field. A phrasal verb used to describe upward movements or increases is the verb shoot up, which is a phrasal verb used to describe a rapid or sudden increase or growth. So we often see it used, for example, to describe prices, costs, taxes, but also in general areas such as describing someone's height or blood pressure. Now the next verb is shown on the graph, where you firstly have a period of fluctuation where things go up and down and up and down and up and down before becoming stable, which is the area in yellow. And the verb here that's represented is to level off, And we can use level off again to talk about things like prices, something like unemployment rates, medical cases, and many more. Right, the next two, I'm going to include two here, are two phrasal verbs that I bring together because they have the same meaning, really. They are to drop off or to drop away. Now, in this particular context, I would nearly always say to drop off. But again, you'll see both of them widely used, so you can feel free to use either or both whenever and however you like. Again, remember from the first introduction course, drop off is one of those phrasal verbs that's got lots of different meanings, and again, the context is king and will tell you when you are using it correctly. Now, what does it mean, drop off? That's the question. Well, let's look at what Macmillan Dictionary says, and they have two definitions here. They mean drop off or drop away can either mean to become weaker or smaller in amount, or to become or to make something weaker. In terms of collocations, you would say, for example, something like results dropping off. You would talk about sales dropping off. Maybe effort can drop off. A performance can drop off. Support can drop off. Again, and you can use those with drop away as well, as you can see, fairly widely used. Now, let's imagine that you have, like on a graph again, you would either have something increasing or remaining stable, and then it would go down. And this is what we're talking about, is when you're going down. And now we move on to the final verb for today, an important verb in graphs and trends, and it is to pick up. To pick up. What does it mean? Well, a definition would be to improve, strengthen or recover following a period of difficulty, decline, or simply bad fortune or unfortunate circumstances. Now, the verb can be used to talk about things like an economy, sales, luck, health, and, as in this example here, also results. Story time.
These are the sales figures for the last 4 years. As you can see from the graph, sales shot up back in 2008. Before dropping off in 2012, sales then leveled off until 2016. We expect sales to pick up again in the next few years. We are bringing out a new product next year. The Singing Vacuum Cleaner. We expect it to take off quickly, making us #1 in the world. Test time.
Okay, welcome back. Now this is the final part. This is the test. We're going to do 3 more today as usual. See if you can remember these ones, slightly more difficult ones amongst the ones we did today. So the first one was when something goes up, increases very quickly, we say it does what? Again, there are 2 words and one of them is a pff, sounds like that. Let's see if we can remember. Let's have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we remember? I think it was to shoot up. To shoot up. Remember that one? Go up very quickly. Second one. Now, when there is a decrease, there were 2 here. We say that something does what? It goes. We would say that something. Something. Can we remember? Again, let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think it was to drop off or to drop away. Can you remember that one? Yes. And as I said, I often use drop off for that. Now let's do one more. Oh yes, let's do one where there's a period of fluctuation. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it becomes steady. We say it does what? We say it does what? Let's see if we can remember. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right, it levels off. Levels off. There we are. So there's a few other ones we've done today that you saw in the story and earlier. Again, practice those. Any questions you have, if you want to practice sentences, put them in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to us to get notifications and anything else. And I will see you very soon for the next episode, which will also be to do with meetings and business. So take care for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.